It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Buffalo. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one on Sunday night primetime.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up tonight, as we close another Sunday of football, we have a fantastic matchup for you between these road warriors and the Buffalo Bills. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Ewart up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preach all season long, never look ahead. You can't do it, right? You've got to focus so much on the present. But you know that every man out there is so aware of what's on the line today and where they could be playing in 2 weeks. It's going to be a game-long challenge, no question, to keep the focus on the right here and the right now. Once you've got a win iced away, well, then you can start entertaining those Super Bowl thoughts and those Super Bowl realities.
Finds a seam, left side is off to the races. And that is a touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the first. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, break it the length of the field for 6 big points.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Ty Johnson now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and football California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
Kate, we've hardly gotten into this game, and already he's headed out there with a mission right in front of him. His sideline, you can feel it. They're still stunned after the return put him in the immediate hole. And it's now his responsibility to captain this offense downfield and at the very least neutralize the momentum, but ideally answer with a score of their own.
He finds Kincaid. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. First tone of the game, James Cook. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. Oh, he loses the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Man in motion here. Play action now with Allen. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome hit. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. Bringing him out to number 1 pick in 2015, a former league leader in passing. It's Jameis Winston.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got...
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys double their lead to 14. 14. Bills nothing. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Finding Judy. And he drives this forward to the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. They try Chubb again. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Touchdown! Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just a sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. Bills nothing. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Samuel now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. So we're now halfway through deciding who's going to rep the AFC in the Super Bowl. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
The NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Philadelphia Eagles who are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Samuel now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So to begin the third, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. First down throw for Allen. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Allen now on first down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks, is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The offense headed back to the field. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And his guys continue piling onto this lead.
Bills nothing.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen are ready to get back to work now on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Sideline throw complete to Cooper. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. They just get the play off. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Bills football and their season on the line here as they trail. Allen on 3rd and short. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The visitors with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll give right side to Chubb. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. Along this sideline inside the 25. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. These guys continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And these guys grow their lead yet again.
35. Bills nothing.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. These guys throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock, and how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle Well, could mean a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And his guys continue adding on to that lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Samuel now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Well, we all know at this point, turnover's the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. So the left first down stands since it worked out well for him. The penalty declined, that brings up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Escapes the pocket. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. So on 4th down, on comes Sam Martin to handle the punt for the Bills. Fielded at the 11. And this return finally comes to an end. What a stretch it was to give his guys a short field. He nearly took this one all the way. A huge return that easily could have ended in 6. And they'll have a short field in front of them as they take over. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. These guys are running them out of the building. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And he's into the end zone, so the blowout continues as they tack on 2 more. All right, I might have understood this a couple of touchdowns ago. At this point, I'm not sure you can find much justification for going for 2, but they did, and that landslide grows bigger still.
Kate, does this feel personal to you?
Yeah, it does.
It does, right? This feels personal, and honestly, I'm having a flashback to Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh, USC, Stanford. After the game, when those two went out on the field, we're like, what's your deal? What's your deal? What's your deal? Keep the camera rolling because this handshake's going to be rather interesting.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Samuel now to return it. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shakir sent in motion left. On 1st down, Allen. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Broken up by a big guy at the line. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. And he's encouraged out of bounds behind the line. That's going to go down as a sack.
He's out of bounds behind the line.
All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. What a game for our winners as we say so long from Buffalo.